Madison, Wisconsin is as good as it gets if you are like me and you love the college sports.
This is the Jump Around with Jim Rutledge and Pablo Iglesias, streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Dancing down the sidelines. Can they catch him? No! The Badgers answer instantly.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
Gordon again! Inside the 5, touchdown! What a performance by Melvin Gordon!
Chucky Hepburn, Big Ten on the line. Yes!
Legacy cemented. The 2021 Badgers will go down in history as the first ever at Wisconsin to win a national championship.
That is the best college sports town in America.
Welcome into the Jump Around, a Badger-dedicated show here on ESPN Madison's YouTube stream. You can stream us back on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Jim Rutledge alongside Pablo Iglesias. Pablo, how we doing on a game day?
Oh, come on, man. Vibes are high. I'm just ready to go. Even if it's a Thursday, 8 p.m. kickoff, you know what? College football's back, baby. That's how I'm feeling today.
I love it. Miami of Ohio.
Yes,
is in
the University of Miami, Ohio.
Blending two different colleges, 3 different colleges there together. They're in town today. I don't care who the opponent is for the Wisconsin Badgers, and Barry Alvarez does have some thoughts on Week 1 games. I don't want to spend today's show doing a preview. That's not our show. I'm not going to break down Miami of Ohio. What I want to do is talk about the season as a whole, what our expectations are, what do we need from the Wisconsin Badgers. And Pablo, what I need is clarity from the Wisconsin Badgers. The worst thing that can happen to the Wisconsin Badgers this year is a 5-win season. If they win 4, like you think, oh, that'd be the worst thing. No. 4 knows we need to move on, and we need to pick up the phone and call Lance Leipold, Pat Fitzgerald. 5 says, I don't know. 6 says, you know what, we're moving in the right direction. We won more games than we won last year. Maybe you go win that bowl game. And especially if 6 and you hold your own in the games against ranked opponents, you're going to feel like, all right, we got a little big mo, a little momentum moving in the right direction.
Can I ask this question, too? Because I've had a lot of conversations with different Badger fans in my friend groups all over the place. And is it wrong to think that it just feels like it's a lazy take to say that the Badgers are going to have 3 wins this season and that's it? I know that that's a possibility. I just feel like that everybody's already jumping on this bandwagon, if you will. Not 100%, but it feels like the conversations that I've been a part of, I've been the most optimistic person about this Badgers team. And when I say optimism, it's a little more towards your side of 6-7 wins. That's probably what the season is going to be, hopefully from an optimistic standpoint. But I just feel like it's lazy right now to say that this Badgers team is going to go 3-9. That's where I stand right now.
So 3-9 is bold.
It's tough. It's tough. It's the floor.
And we got Riley Yauk, resident Badger diehard behind the glass, producing the show in the Everlight Solar studio. And I could see Riley's soul leave his body with a 3-win season. But I guess this is what I'm getting to. Is I'm a Badger fan. I want the Badgers to do well. I want them to win as many games as they can. If they win 6, look good in all their games, and maybe end the season on a bowl victory, I'm going to feel good about the Luke Fickell era and where this program can go. And that's a feeling that I want. If they win 4, I don't care, injury, whatever it is. If they win 4 or 3 or anything less, then, like, you know what? I know we can move on. Lance Leipold's kicking butt at Kansas. Maybe you could pry him away. Pat Fitzgerald was cleared of all wrongdoing at Northwestern, so he might be able to kind of restart his career out of Wisconsin. There's other names out there. Thomas Hammock at Northern Illinois. You got Matt Campbell with Iowa State, I believe. Like there's people out there with ties to Wisconsin, ties to the Badgers that could be good coaches. No, I didn't say Jim Leonard because I don't want a coach who hasn't coached before.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just where it is now in the NIL era. I need someone who knows what they're doing. And so I'm not saying, I mean, like recruiting and all of that side of it. So worst case, like that's not that bad. At least then I know. If it's 5, now what? Now we have to do this whole offseason again of like, and then what kind of players are you getting NIL? Because here's what happens. 5 win gets you less NIL money. less sponsorship money, less people from the community, less businesses investing. And 5 gets you less players that want to come here. There's less belief, even more so, in this program. But 5 might not be enough to do the buyout for Fickell. 6 or 6 plus, now you can sell the fan base, you can sell boosters, you can sell fans to invest in the NIL, and you can sell those players. So it's either 6 plus or 4 or less. That's what I want this year. That will give us clarity.
Yeah, clarity, I think it hits it on the head. It's perfect because, again, for me, the eternal optimist here, probably alongside Riley too on this. Yes, we all want to see positive results.
I want that too.
We want to see positive results. Not to pin you on that one, Jim. But I know we all want to see positive results for this Badgers team. Now it is just more of clarity. It's one way or the other. I cannot stand another season of mediocre, halfway in, halfway out football of the Badgers.
Are we good? Are we bad?
Exactly. It's don't even play to the competition. Play consistent football. That is what is going to have me sold. Hopefully on the optimistic side. If you play consistent football, if you show that you can dominate in different facets of the game. I know we have talked about the schedule so many times this season, and I get it. It's going to be tough once we hit that October threshold, what all that is going to look like. But let's focus on week 1 week at a time. But it's just about dominance, and it's about being dominant consistently. And it's not even dominance, too, doesn't mean that you're running away with the score. It's how do you look out there? What's the effort look like from these guys? There was a lot of investment in the transfers coming into this. And also, too, Luke Fickell's guys from his recruits, they're finally starting to move into those starting roles. So how do all of these pieces of the puzzle finally come together? I feel a lot better than I have compared to the last couple years with the guys on this roster and this makeup. But again, like even Luke Fickell pointed out, too, in his Monday press conference, the things just need to come together now.
Yeah, I feel the least amount of excitement for this team because fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And fool me a third time, I don't even know. So it's not that these players and Jeff Grimes and all that I'm not buying into. It's just more I am a neutral observer who wants them to do well. It's still easier to just move forward with Fickell, but I'm not personally invested in Fickell being great or not great. I want this team to be good. And so for me, for this team to be good going forward, we just have to have clarity.
I am seeing something, too, real quick, that Wisconsin was ranked 40th out of like the transfer portal experience added. I need to see. This is just something that was brought up right away. So what that metric is, top 40, it's not great, but it's not bad. So we'll see exactly how that pans out.
We heard the sounder there, which means we moved on. And that's to our poll question now. Week 1 poll question for the jump around. Which word best describes how you feel about the Badgers heading into the 2025 season? And right now, 52% of you say indifferent, 48% of you say invested. Adam chimes in, awesome when we're good / winning, and not so fun when we're losing. Watching the opposing team enjoy our tradition more than us recently is deflating as a fan. So you can chime in with your own answers on that, but we did give you the option of invested or indifferent. And I'm actually shocked to see how many people say invested. Pleasantly surprised, because when I talk to people, there's people I know that love this program who are like, I think I know who the quarterback is. NIL doesn't help that. Billy Edwards is not a big-time NIL name. And then you don't have the rollover of players year over year of, like, we're ready for this guy. Like Dylan Jones, their running back, and running back is a premier position for Badger fans. He's a big-time recruit, and I think he was a 4-star guy. He didn't play much last year, and so now you just don't know a lot about him. Badger fans would know more about Darian Dupree, but I think Dylan Jones is going to be the workhorse. Vinny Anthony is someone the fans know, and that's probably it. I mean fans. The casuals might not be able to name anyone, and so that's where that comes up. Because if you want casuals during the Brett Bielema era, especially, you could name probably 5 to 6 players. Easy. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't think casual fans, and I'm not ripping them, can name 2.
It is a transition basically for this team right now. I think I do believe I'm buying a lot of stock right now in Dylan Jones and Darian Dupree to eventually be household names. There is a lot to prove for these young guys. I mean, they're second-year running backs. Dylan Jones only having 16 carries last season, too. So I expect him to probably lead this room in terms of being that workhorse, the guy who's going to be the go-to. I want him to explode tonight. I even said it on our preseason show at Wisconsin College Game Day with Jesse Nelson, Adam Mertz, and myself, is that I believe that Dylan Jones could potentially break that 1,000-yard rushing mark. I mean, it's going to take a lot. But also, on top of that, too, I don't think that there's going to be a massive drop-off, which is what I've said this in general with this team. It's cautiously optimistic, but I think if anything, too, and Fickle pointed it out, that the running back room, based off of their success, their success could determine how the entire team succeeds, too. And I think that's an entirely fair point.
Now, but I want you to answer, are you invested or are you indifferent?
I am. I feel invested in this. Again, even though I say cautiously optimistic, I just feel like I have to be, because it's like I'm never going to be the apathetic person. I don't want to be that type of person.
And I get that, yeah. And I would say that I'm invested in clarity again. I'm not invested in their wins and losses. I'm invested that they better be promising or terrible.
I'm invested to the point because I feel like that we all understand this has to be the season that turns the tide. And from your clarity point, too, it's if it doesn't, then we know.
Yep.
If they don't improve, we need to see clear signs of has this team been able to, and I'll stand by it. I feel like, at least based off of what they're saying, they're ready to walk the walk and talk the talk. Now it's all got to come together.
Yep.
That's what we know. But again, it is based off that clarity. I just feel like I almost have to be invested, but I still am choosing to invest in this team.
I want them to be good, but I'm not invested in how many wins they get or how many losses they get. I'm invested to know, are the Badgers on the right track with Luke Fickell? What about you?
Okay, so I don't know how, if you describe yourself as a Badgers fan, how are you not invested? This is really frustrating. Jim, you don't want to rip the people for answering indifferent. I will rip the people who answered indifferently. I went and got a haircut this week. Great barber.
Looking
fresh
good.
cut.
Looking
Thank
good.
you. Appreciate it. And we were just talking shop about the Badgers and the upcoming season. And this is an old-timer. He was here in the Don Morton eras. He's seen every phase of Badgers football. And he was like, yeah, usually every time I'm preparing for the upcoming season, like the weeks prior, everyone's coming in talking about the Badgers and, oh, they're going to do this. Oh, they're going to look this good. I really love this player. He said he's heard none of that this year. Fans are checked out, and I don't understand that. I thought the Badgers fan base was better than this. Like, you're a fan. You should still be invested in the team. You should still care about their success. I understand the past 2 seasons haven't been the most enjoyable to watch, but how do you call yourself a fan if you just stop paying attention when they're not good? Is everyone just a bandwagoner now? Like, I don't get it.
You and I could go to the game, I think, for $8 total. I don't know if that's right. 2 tickets,
I think that is
$8.
Right. Yeah, that's
section
absurd.
KK.
What's it look like right now?
I love cheap tickets, but that's still ridiculous.
Section X is not bad seats, $9. You can get some of the, you can get premier seats for $90, 2 of them.
Like on a 50-yard line? Or like the the box type.
The touchdown. I think it's
zone,
like above the touchdown club. So you get man. I might just change out. Can I change out my tickets? Like, I got good seats. I'm in the touchdown club tonight, but you got to stand a lot for that. But yeah, there are seats. Like, if you wanted to sit pretty close to the 50-yard line, $9.
Cheaper than a meal, man.
Yeah, it's going to cost you more to get yourself a Coors Light at the game than it will.
I think a Coors Light
into the stadium. See, that should never happen. I understand it's Miami of Ohio. It's a Thursday night. Some people have school tomorrow. A lot of people have work tomorrow. But still, it's a season opener. It's prime time. They got the new LED lights. We got a new offensive coordinator. I'm excited, and I don't understand why everyone's just off the bandwagon.
Section E, row 22, which is almost dead nuts middle. $50. Includes fees.
Dead nuts? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, but
pipe. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever heard that.
I feel like that's a phrase.
I haven't heard it before, but I like it.
It is now.
But anyways, $50. Dead nuts
right.
Target. Yeah.
right? Like I'm just looking at midfield right now, even on the visitor side.
I'm just saying, fans better get on the Badger bus right now. They better get on the train because everyone's going to want to hop on after we upset Alabama in week 3, and the doors are going to be latched and locked, and you're not getting back out.
So, by the way, it's used mostly like dead nuts on the bullseye or dead nuts on this. So, like dead nuts on center field. So, I guess I left off the on.
You learn something new every day.
$50 including fees. Goodness. Like, if you want it, like, I guess the positive here is that if you wanted to be like, hey, you know what, I want to experience a Badger game, and not even like cheap, like $9 to get in, like, I just want to go and I want to have a premier experience, so you spend $50.
This is going to be a fun time. I think it's week 1 of college football. Even if it's
like, how is this place going to be empty? What? This is my concern. There's a lot of tickets available.
Mm-hmm. I'm nervous, but I guess for you guys are Badgers fans. Jim, I understand your position where you're on the fence. You're still invested. You want to see what's going to happen. But how could someone say they're a Badgers fan if once the team isn't great or they don't have high expectations, you just hop off? You're just not watching anymore.
You got to stick with them for through and through. I mean, I have, being a Chicago sports fan, it's been pretty rough. Don't get me wrong. So to just go with there, I mean, you have to ride the wave. You have to believe. It's you need to dive in. It's when the going gets tough. It just shows like you got to stay with them too. Melvin Gordon even pointed out when he was on a few of our shows. Excited to have him too later on the jump around, but. That he had pointed that out, and it's like, yes, it does come down to coach and player performance too for the team to do well, but there is a little bit of stock, and I do believe that the fans have to believe in this too. The fans need to dive in and believe into this team and to this program as well. What happened just a couple of years ago? Because again, I know that Luke Fickell has not entirely lived up to the hype, and right now that with the failed air raid, unfortunately, the first 2 seasons, it just didn't come to fruition, but. Let's not forget, too, as we've talked about this before, Luke Fickell was a hot hire just 2 years ago. Everybody was excited about Luke Fickell. It takes time, no matter what this era, and it is unfortunate that, again, with transfer portal, with NIL, with how much of so many different changes that college football has gone through, we still need to give Luke Fickell a chance, and I think it's fair that this is the year. As Jim had mentioned, this is a clarity season. Hopefully that this actually more so is a clarity season. Whether is Fickell truly the guy for Wisconsin, or is it time to start really thinking, this ain't it, let's move on.
So with that, I do think it's important for the Badgers to get off to a good start as far as fans buying in more. And we have Barry Alvarez, does the Barry Alvarez show with Tarek Saleh, Derek Engler, and Jesse Nelson, and Riley Yauk is the producer of that. And they talked to Barry about, judging Fickell off of week 1. And we'll hear from Barry in a second here. We'll hear from Barry right now, and then we'll react to it.
I don't want to fall into this trap that I think a lot of fans are going to this year, where every game becomes a statement about the program and a statement about Luke Fickell. That's not what this is going to be, and I don't think we on this show will look at it that way. Is there anything going into this first game about, like they always say, you remember what you do first and how you finish, and how they come out of the gates this season with a new offense and a new quarterback? Like, is there something to how the Badgers present themselves out of the gates to start this season that you think many others will judge the team this year, Tarek?
I don't know.
Barry.
I don't know where we come up with that. I don't know how that all starts. It's a start of a new football season. There's no statement being made. It's a team that's going to come out and establish who they are and then go on from there. But to create this imagination that this is going to establish who Luke Fickell is or the future of this program, that's not right. I mean, it's opening games can be very misleading. You want them to go well, and as a head coach, you hope that everything goes as planned, so you can just move on through the season. But I've been through some games where you have to reload and start all over again, and then recover. You have games before your conference. The conference is what really counts, and so I think that's really blown out of proportion.
And I get what Barry is saying, but also I need the Badgers to look competent. I don't need them to beat the snot out of Miami of Ohio, but I want the Badgers to look like they have taken control of the game. And I think in a perfect world, you're seeing some backups out there. Even if that's not the case, cover the spread, look crisp, not every play, but just look like a team that knows what's happening, that's not getting pushed around on defense. I'll make it very clear. Win the game. I don't even care about covering the spread. Win the game. Don't look like a team that's getting pushed around on defense, and on offense, look like you actually know what you're doing, and then every touchdown doesn't feel like an accident.
I feel like what's being mixed up a little bit is looking too big picture, and I get that, yes, you do want to see how this team is going to be. Like Coach said, establish that identity, figure out who we need to focus on. Week 1, I think, is not an entire indication, but an indication of what the 2025 Badgers could look like from here on out and down the road. It should not be an indication of what Luke Fickell looks like for his entire Wisconsin career. This shouldn't be. If it goes well, hey, this is awesome. This is a great statement. But if it doesn't go exactly 100% the way, it shouldn't be an indictment on how Luke Fickell is. I think again we're looking too big picture on what this Week 1 game looks like. Yes. Let's address the elephant in the room, too. There's a lot of pressure coming into this season. I get it. I understand where everybody's coming from. But also, look, we need to almost look at this from a smaller, nobody says you want tunnel vision, but we need to almost have tunnel vision for this week and just solely focus on, is this team establishing their identity? I'd say establish the run. And again, like I said, from a defensive side, too, show that dominance. You invest in that size in the defensive line because you want to be a much more intimidating team. DeQuan Finn, too, he's a dual quarterback for Miami of Ohio. This is going to be a fantastic way to challenge this team. Now, are they going to be flawless? That remains to be said. But again, it's more of Week 1, at least from my standpoint, it's more of how does this team establish their identity for this season and this season only.
Yeah, I think my baseline for this Week 1, I don't think this should indict Luke Fickell or the program regardless. Totally agree with Barry on that. But you can't be losing in the fourth quarter and need a muff punt to beat a MAC school this year.
That's fair.
That can absolutely not happen. So I think I agree with everything you're saying, but they need to look good and they need to dominate today.
I don't think you could have said it better. Let's get to the Wisconsin Twitter portal.
That we shall.
It's time for the Badgers Twitter portal.
And before we get to the Badgers Twitter portal today, we have a special video that I gathered from Twitter today from Harry Doyle Burner. It may be familiar to many of our Badgers fans out there.
They get season tickets right now because before long they probably won't be able to.
Doubles into the end zone! Wisconsin wins the Rose Bowl! Big Ten champion. Rod Dane down the left sideline. And there it is.
You do not want him in your secondary.
Back-to-back Rose Bowl champions. Matt Schaber to Lee Evans. Ball is loose. Badgers have it. And this game is underway with a bang. And the Wisconsin Badgers are Big Ten champions. Caught by Duckworth. The Wisconsin Badgers are headed to Pasadena. I wanna reach 408 and touch the flame. Where the streets have no name. I wanna feel sunlight on my face. I see the dust cloud disappear. Without a trace. I wanna take shelter in the voice
like the band U2. I honestly didn't even necessarily love.
Oh, they're a great show. You need to see them.
That's fine.
I'm just going to tell you.
I didn't even like the open, to be fully honest, in real life, as far as like when we're at the games and the Badgers come out to that.
Yeah.
But I see that, and I immediately think, one, what is happening in my ears? But then two, I am thinking, play that tonight, and the Badgers Bucky by a billion, to borrow from Chris Orr.
When does the Rose Bowl reunion? Is that
Ohio State game, I believe.
I think make it for a marquee game, either homecoming or a marquee game like the Rose Bowl reunion. Bring it back. Bring back some nostalgia there. I think when it comes down to establishing your identity as a head coach and as a program too, this was a great tradition. But Joker and the Thief is a banger.
I'm much prefer Joker and the Thief. I was so glad. I might be in the minority on this. I hated Where the Streets Have No Name. Every time it played, you get chills from the highlights and the nostalgia, but it's like this is the lamest song ever. The student section is a third of the way full. This song doesn't get you fired up. It's kind of like we have the worst intro in college football, arguably, but some people love it. Anyways, moving on to another new addition to the Badgers intro and so on and so forth. There's new LED lights going to be played at Camp Randall Stadium this season, and Buck Around tweeted out that this is going to make a segment of the fan base angrier than if they finish 3-9. So two-pronged question here. Do you like the LED lights? And two, if they suck this year, will it piss you off that they have LED lights?
Well, why is it upsetting people?
Well, because here's the thing. If you suck, cut all. I don't want any lights. I don't want
shouldn't be playing at night.
I don't want any extra loud music. I don't want any of it. And that's my concern. It's the 3 and 9. If you're 9 and 3 into the LED lights, that section of Badger fans would be all for the lights. It's rough to roll out changes when the product has been doo-doo on the field for the most part up to Badger standards. So that's the problem. I don't want the lights. I don't want the show when the main thing isn't as good as it needs to be. So I think the lights in the long run will be fine and everyone will go in on them. But I get people being upset when the team stinks or is meh and you bring out the lights.
I was so mad when the complaints came out week 1 of Fickle's debut that the music was too loud.
I was there. The music was absurdly loud.
It was
you could not hear the band. It was a terrible experience.
I don't even have great hearing. And I had a headache. My ears were ringing. It was just too much. It's like if you went to a party and someone turned their speaker. I felt
all
like the speakers
were
popping.
Yes.
And it was too it didn't sound good. It wasn't that it was loud. It's the fact that it was just insanely loud. It was one of those things where this isn't pleasant to my ears. Not because it's loud, it's because it was cranked way too loud.
It was terrible. You couldn't hear the band at all. I'd rather hear the band than Mad Town Mayhem.
Yeah.
It was, no.
And I just like loud music. Maybe I'm in the minority on this one then, and I'll stand by it. I think blast the music. Just put it in my veins, man.
They overcorrected after that and made it too quiet the rest of the year.
But after that
last year, I think they hit the happy medium. Last one before we get to Melvin Gordon. From our good friend Dr. Marte, return of RBU starts today. If you had to pick one of hopefully the future three-headed monster between Cade Giacomelli, Dylan Jones, Darion Dupree, who has the best game tonight against the Miami RedHawks?
DJ, I'm going to stand by it. Big Chicago homer with Darion Dupree. I hope he does well, too. I'm rooting for a Mount Carmel boy, but I got to go with DJ as the lead back today.
I mean, he's going to get the most carries, so I would bet on him having the biggest day. I honestly, I don't think this is a bold statement. He's going to get 1,000 yards rushing this year. DJ is going to get 1,000 yards rushing this year, and I think Dupree is going to maybe have 1,000 all-purpose yards. This Badger football team is going to run for over 2,000 yards, but I think maybe 2,300. I think they'll set the record, whatever it is, and it ain't impressive, for the most amount of rushing yards in a season under Luke Fickell.
Darion's going to have sure-handed. He's going to have some. He probably, out of all the backs, will probably have the most catches, I think. But DJ for 1K. Let's start the campaign now.
All right. Let's go Badgers for 2.5K.
That too.
I like that.
Mark it.
That'll do it for the Twitter portal.
All right, Steinhaffel's biggest Labor Day sale ever is happening right now. Save 10% off store-wide or use Steinhaffel's 60-month 0% financing and get $50 instant cash back for every $4.99 you spend. Plus, buy a premium mattress and get free premium delivery on your entire order and get amazing doorbusters like Sealy mattresses for only $199 and sofas starting at just $299. Shop Steinhaffel's Labor Day sale in-store or online at steinhaffels.com. Melvin Gordon, next.
Steinhaffel's biggest Labor Day sale ever is happening now. Save 10% store-wide or use Steinhaffel's 60-month 0% financing and get $50 instant cash back for every $4.99 you spend. Plus, buy a premium mattress and get free premier delivery on everything. And get amazing doorbusters like this Sealy mattress, now $199. Your choice of sofas, just $299 each. Or this queen bed, only $599. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com.
And I'm going to pull a page from Jason Kelsey here and go with the Taylor Swift type intro for Melvin Gordon. So we are joined by second team All Big Tenner, first team All Big Tenner, Big Ten running back of the year, Big Ten offensive player of the year, Big Ten most valuable player, unanimous All-American, Jim Brown Trophy winner, Doak Walker Trophy winner, two-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl champion, and former ESPN Madison intern, friend of show, Melvin Gordon. How you doing, Melvin? Woo-hoo! We're good to have you there, and man, what's up, man? You're looking good. Where are you at?
I'm in Florida, man. I'm on a course right now, man. Well, I'm not actually playing. We was just shooting.
Oh, that's dedication.
Getting the chip-in game right, man.
Okay, yeah, no, that's the hardest part. That's the next step in the golf game is that, everyone can kind of figure out the drives. It's my problem too. You get me within 100, I'm a nightmare. If I'm within 100 yards, I can't chip on, and that ruins my score every time.
Yep, that'll do it for you. That'll make or break you, that short game, baby.
Yeah, and so really quick into that, obviously you have vibes and you're getting bigger and bigger into golf, but talk about this because every time I mention it to people, they find it so fun that Melvin Gordon, all-time great Badger running back, is just a big golf guy.
Yeah, I definitely would have. I hated spring football, so if I'd probably did some golf if I knew I liked it that much to kind of skip spring ball. I definitely would have did that, but man, I had fun with it. It's me not playing right now, it kind of, I still get to be competitive, that's what I kind of like. And then having vibes makes me still feel like I got a team that I can, I feel like I still got those locker room vibes. It's not exactly the same, but the fact that I was in the locker room with most of those guys that's on our team, it gives me that same feeling. So golf is just a wonderful sport, man. I hate I'm so late to it.
Mel, I got a two-part question for you real quick. Be honest with us real quick. What's the scorecard look like right now before I get into that second question? You want to be honest with us?
It's just tipping. It's just tipping right now. I'm working on the tipping. Yeah. I'm really just working the game right now.
Man's dedicated to it. Well, you mentioned, I know you guys got a lot of the whole group of former Badgers together. It's you, Tanner, Rob, all those guys, Dare, that they're just a part of Vibes. Out of the former Badgers, man, where do you rank yourself out of the Vibes guys in terms of who's improving in the golf game out here?
I ain't gonna lie. It's 10 of us total. I was probably when we started out, I was probably 9. I feel like
honest take. I love it.
Right now, I feel like I'm 2 right now.
Okay,
I gotta prove it. Tanner really not trying to hear me right now. Tanner's not going for it, but I feel like I'm 2 under Feaster. I feel like I'm 2-3.
Yeah, Feast is putting in work from what I'm seeing. So, hey, minor setback for the major comeback. We'll be rooting for you on that one.
Appreciate it, brother. I'll keep doing for him.
Melvin, we were leading into having you on talking about RBU at Wisconsin, and the Badgers, has been a little bit since they've had a 1,000-yard rusher, which is insane. I do think Dylan Jones is a prime candidate for that this year. He's a highly recruited guy. I think the offensive line is fixed. I think Jeff Grimes understands what the bread and butter of Badger football is. Darian Dupree, Cade Giacomelli. I care about a 1,000-yard rusher, but I go back to the days when you guys had that 3-headed monster and put up yards. For me, I just want to see the Badgers somewhere around 2,300 to 2,600 yards rushing on the ground, and I feel like the rest will take care of itself if the Badgers can just crank out 2,500-plus yards on the ground this year. What are your thoughts on that?
Man, to some people, because we were so accustomed to having 1,000-yard rusher, right? I feel like that's the bare minimum a running back should even, like, you should get at Wisconsin. Like, I feel like what I want to see is just when the game is on the line, what running back is gonna step up? That's what I want to see. What running back is just gonna take the bull by the horns and just be like, you know what? Don't no one want to make plays? Okay, just call him my number, coach. Like, we don't need Fickle to be a magician out here. Like, we need Fickle to just look at one of his players, preferably the running back, and be like, you know what? We just gonna give you the ball until they want to stop you. Until they can't stop you, we just gonna trust the O-line and we gonna get it. That's what we are accustomed to at Wisconsin. That's what our running backs are accustomed to. So that's what I'm looking for. 1,000 rusher, I feel like you should get that. At this level, if you want to be where you need to be, I feel like you should get that. I want to see just that dog. I want to see who gonna put the team on their back when they need it most.
Mel, what do you know about this running back room, too? I mean, two guys that are high up on the depth chart are both Dylan Jones and Darian Dupree, former four-star recruits and everything. What do you know about this room? What excites you the most about this group this year?
I haven't looked too much at them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just want to watch them. I'm gonna watch them, and I just want to see. Okay, who gon'? I don't even go to the Instagram page. I go there sometimes because it's on my feed. I follow them, but I don't want to look at it. Like I don't want to get my hopes up. I just when I look at it, I want to be like, okay, here's the ballers. I don't want no one to tell me who the ballers is or tell me who the running back that's supposed to be. I want to see with my own eyes and then follow. So I need to follow up on that because we usually try to put the running backs in like a group chat and just ask them if they need advice and stuff like that. So we're gonna see because I need to see it.
With that, it kind of goes a little bit my thoughts with the team this year, Melvin, and it is I just want clarity. Like either look like a team that's going to win 6-7 games with this schedule, which would be pretty impressive, or be bad. Like I want to know, do we need to replace Fickle and call Pat Fitzgerald or Lance Leipold, or do we have our guy? That's what I wanted this year. The rest of it, obviously I want them to be good, but I just want to know, do we have our coach, do we have our program stability, or do we need to start over?
I think that's you and everybody else, including us. We kind of just want to know what it is. I mean, all I've been hearing is the schedule's this, the schedule's that. Like, I don't really care too much about the schedule. Like, win the games that you're supposed to win, the games they want you to lose, win too. I mean, or just stay or compete. It's rarely you supposed to. We got blew out that one game, and we got beat bad like that because we were so hurt up front. We just had guys with heart out there trying to make it happen. And trying to make it happen versus Joey Bosa, and I mean, it was a bit of a different situation, right? But we have to win the games that we need to win. We were always competing. We were always, had a chance to win the games, and we almost had a chance to win the game versus Oregon last year, and we'll be in that position again. But we just have to find a way to finish. We're all trying to figure out what we're going to be. Right now, it's just taken over by the schedule, and it's so tough, and this team is that. And that's not an excuse to lose games. Like, I feel like everyone's, like, building an excuse for if we lose. Like, what type of standard are we setting with that? Like Oregon's not looking at the schedule like, oh, we got a tough schedule. We don't know. Like, the upper echelon teams are looking at the schedule like it's just another day. It's another game, and that's how we need to be doing it, too.
Yeah, Mel, I'm glad that you made that point, too, because we were also talking about a little bit of fan apathy, and you mentioned this on some of the shows that you've been a part of, too, this summer, is that, of course, the coaches and the players, they need to perform. They need to do well out there, but also some of it comes down to the fans, too. What's your message to the fans that are either, not on the boat, that are kind of like teetering this season, they're not bought in? What's Melvin Gordon's message to fans that need to buy in this season for the Wisconsin Badgers?
Yeah, just support us. Just support us. Do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because if it was on opposite ends, and you would want us to support you, you know what I mean? That's what you do, through the good and the bad. We had a lot of good years. We started out having a lot of bad years. We had some good years. It doesn't seem like we're trending in the right direction, but that can also change. There's time. But just stick with us. You know what I mean? That's what makes you a fan. That's what makes going to the Badger games important. That's what makes bringing your kids to the tailgating and as a family, and that's what builds all that. You can't just look at the schedule and buy into what everyone is thinking and saying. Like, you have to be optimistic about everything. Like, you can't just walk into a situation with the mindset that you're already going to lose. Like, if you've seen, I know you guys are sports fans, if you've seen the Muhammad Ali, I just seen it recently when he was walking out the tunnel and he was looking at his peers like, why are you guys, I'm fighting George Foreman. Why are you looking scared? If I had the same mindset you had, I wouldn't win. So it's like the Badger fan, like the Badgers are walking out, and then like the fans like are them, and they're like looking all afraid, and it's like, hey, you gotta have faith in me. I got faith in myself, of course, but don't you look scared. I'm the one that got to go out here. Have faith in what we got going on and our ability to do what we need to do as a team. We're gonna push through it. We win together. We lose together. But just be here cheering us on, good and bad. That's all. That's my message to them. And tell them to go check that clip out.
I like that clip. Speaking of just fans in general, Melvin, we were kicking around that you can get in the door 2 tickets, so not $9 each, $9 total to Camp Randall tonight. You can get seats on the 50-yard line for $50. That's $25 each. I can't remember a time where Badger fans have checked so far out. So it is concerning, but it is something that the Badgers have to start tonight getting people bought in. Because I think the one thing you've noticed from Badger fans is that if they go out there and they beat the snot out of Miami of Ohio, people are going to be back in.
I mean, obviously, us playing on a Thursday is a bit embarrassing. But, you know, that's just the cards that were dealt, so we just got to do what we got to do. You know, being the guys just like, Thursday? We was like, what? It was like, Look, everybody just had their heads down, and it's just like, you know what? You know, it's a terrible situation. It's not ideal for our sports, for the state. But you know what? You still got to go out there. You still got to suit up. Who cares at the end of the day? Give people something to miss. Hey, make it a legendary game. I don't care who it's against. Go out there and win by 50. Make it one of the greatest games in Wisconsin football history, to where people doubt ever not showing up again, regardless if it's on a Monday or a Sunday. Just go out there and just have the best game ever as a Badger. If each individual is thinking like that, give the fans something to look forward to. Like, oh, these guys are playing phenomenal. I can't miss the next game. They're buying extra tickets just in case. Like, look at it. It's 2 ways to look at it. You can go in the tank, or you can just step out and be like, okay, you know, I get it. Respect, because we didn't play well, so you have to be accountable. Respect, look at it like that. But I'm finna give you something. I'm finna show you something. I'm gonna show you why you should have came to this game, and that's the mindset they should have.
Melvin, I absolutely love what you're saying right now. Riley out here, the producer of the show. I was going on a rant how all the fans who stop supporting, like, are they even fans if you're not willing to support the team when they're going through adversity? But you dealt with a lot of adversity. You mentioned the blowout against Ohio State. How did you guys respond after that game going into that Auburn game?
Just a 1-0 mentality. I mean, you can't I've always been big on, don't let this week beat you the next week. You know, you get in that type of mindset, you're going to lose. You know, you're going to lose the next. When that game was over, it was over. I mean, it was unfortunate. It was the first year of the college playoffs. I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to, you know, the dreams of being a national champion as a Badger and bringing that dream was gone. But I wanted to win a bowl game. That was huge for me. I wanted to give the Badgers a good taste in their mouth, leave them with a great impression of me from my last game as a Badger. And, you know, I'm not okay with the fans not coming. I'll never be okay with that. But they haven't been playing to our standards. So, like I said, you have to, as a player, you have to take some accountability in that. Our standard has always been high as Badgers, from the player standpoint and the fans. So they're a little bit disappointed, so they just want to see it. But, you know, that doesn't take away from them not being there. They should be there to support. But, you know, like I said, I do get it. I understand both sides. But it would be love if they came there to support, because that's what we need.
Mel, with the kickoff of college football season, you mentioned, of course, everybody wants to be playing on a Saturday. It's a different circumstance, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whatever the case is. Week 1 for you, though, when you were a player, when you were a Badger, what was week 1 like as you guys got ready to go out on that field?
I was ready to go. Every practice, every rep that I took, every conditioning rep that I took, it was with whoever that was we played, it was with them in the mind. I was ready to destroy them. Like that just was my mindset. When I stepped up to that day to play them, you know, to you and to the fans, it was like, oh, it's his first time going against them. But to me, I've been going against them all offseason, every day. Every day I lined up, I was going up against one of their players on their team. Like, so when I stepped out there, I was just super comfortable. I was like, I've been going up against you guys all day, and I know you haven't been thinking about me in that type of fashion. So I'm about to destroy you. I just know I am. My confidence is high,
Love it.
and I'm just ready. When the team is ready for me to put the squad on my back, I was just ready to go. That was my mindset, though. I didn't just play you when you were on the schedule. I played you all through the summer, every team. And then through the week, I played you against you all that week. I'm watching film on you. They got the jerseys on. I'm going up against this player. In my head, I'm making it as visual and realistic as possible. So that's kind of how it was my mindset and how I carry myself every day in practice.
All right, Melvin, a light one before we let you go. You were a Chief. You're a Super Bowl champion. Are you getting an invite to the Kelsey Swift wedding or?
Man, I wish. I don't think I'm going to get it. I don't think I'm going to get it. Trav was one of the guys I actually hung out with when I was with KC. But, you know, I kind of knew him throughout my time and being in the league as well. And that was kind of the guy I went and kicked it with. But, you know, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get an invitation. But it's all good, man. I hit the like button because we know it's going to be on ESPN and every other NFL network and every other podcast. This is going to be on everything. So I'll just hit the like button. Show my love.
How surprised were you when you got the ESPN notification about that engagement? Like, that was pretty wild, even on my part of it, that's coming through like that.
Yeah, but it was just like, you know, I mean, when you watch the Chiefs games, I mean, it was like you were watching the Chiefs and her. I mean, it's just like, you kind of get it.
Yeah.
So, but it is wild, though. You know, at what point did you think we'd be at this? But she brings a fan base, and that helps the league make money and brings more eyeballs to the game. So I'm definitely not mad at it. Not mad at it.
Well, maybe Chris Orr can help get you a ticket since he's a special assistant with the defense now with the Chiefs. So.
Yeah, well, I'm going to see if he can show me a love and send me a little. I know they probably going to have some wristbands. I'll see if he can slip me one for the wedding.
All right, Melvin, get back to golfing. Good catching up with you. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Always love with you boys. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate
Melvin
it, Mel.
Gordon, a Badger legend, Melvin Gordon joining the show, and great thoughts from him.
12-0. Let's do it.
We're so back. I'll say
ready
this.
to run.
I'll say this. If Melvin's on the team, the Badgers are winning. He's like, you know, go war for football or whatever.
Muhammad Ali poll?
Two or three more wins.
Man.
You just put Melvin back there, Badgers are winning. Whatever their number was, add 2 or 3 more wins.
Looking
Marquee
to
wins are
destroy
happening.
people.
That's next level. I love that. I mean, Mel's always been a competitor. Heck, even just golfing with them out there too from time to time. He's intense. He's fun out there, but he's intense. He wants to win no matter what it is out there.
Look, I would love to get him and Matt Hamilton, my co-host, and Jim, Matt, and Molly together because Matt's the same way. Affable, fun, loving guy. You get him, and obviously I've never curled with Matt, but you golf with Matt. Like He's in it to win it, no matter what. Whatever he is playing, he's in it to win it. I would love to see those two guys kind of go at it and see what happens to get that competitive juices flowing. For Riley Yauk, Pablo Iglesias, I am Jim Rutledge. This has been The Jump Around, a Badger-dedicated show on ESPN Madison's YouTube stream. And make sure to stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app.